So there's a brand new app called Dupes, and it's supposed to be the end-all, be-all, bee's knees. I heard a lot of good things about it, and we're gonna give it a shot today. Now I get it. Duplicate apps are not a fan favorite of DJs, okay? We hate them, we don't trust them. Most of us would rather see our parents in a sex tape than actually use a duplicate app. I mean, our hard drive is the most important thing ever, and you know, that's the reason why a lot of us have a lot of dupes, because we don't want to go through with it. It's just a lot of meticulous deleting, and then trusting an app to do all that and not mess up your whole hard drive and ruin, you know, what you built your whole life. Scary stuff, okay? But like I said, this is supposed to be the best, and we're gonna test it out, and we'll see right now. And I'm gonna be the guinea pig, okay, people? I'm gonna be the guinea pig. So this is what it is right here. This is the Dupes app. It's by C-Flow. So if you're not familiar, C-Flow actually came up with Stem Inverter, which is probably the best stem software there is. He's a homie of mine, really good guy. And the stem inverter will literally make perfect stems out of any song. Like, it's insane how well it works. He came out with it years ago. And this is his new app, Dupes. It is a $90 one-time purchase, so you get a lifetime membership for $99. So it's not a monthly thing, which is fire, I think. I think everything's monthly nowadays. And it only works for Mac and Serato users, okay? So if you use any other DJ program but Serato, this will not work for you. And if you do not have a Mac, this will not work for you. It does work for Intel Macs though, so any kind of Mac. It doesn't have to be an M processor, Intel or M, but it has to be a Mac, and you have to be using Serato to use this. Now, if you feel left out and you're wondering why it's just for Mac and Serato, I don't know. I don't know why. I do know that this directly works with Serato, and we're gonna see it here in a second. So, you know, that's why it's built around Serato. So for it to be built around another DJ program, I don't know, maybe they'll do it in the future, but it's gonna take a little bit. But for now, it truly, truly does work direct with Serato, and that's what I love about it. And we're gonna dive into it right now. So we'll open this bad boy up, make it full screen, and here we are. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys. So I'm not using this on my main computer. I'm using this on my backup computer. Reason being is I really want to test this out. My main computer is kind of light. I only have like 14,000 songs on this. My backup computer has my sloppy 50,000 plus song hard drive. So we can truly test this, because I think a lot of you have larger song libraries. So, you know, you might want to see a more robust library get tested with this, not a smaller one. And on top of that, I don't know. I mean, what if for some reason it blows up the whole computer? Okay, we're just testing it out, playing it safe. Here we go. So right off the bat, right when you open up, it's already giving me dupes to delete, but let's slow down here. Let's go to the window, I think, right? No, help, dupes, help. So we got the whole glossary, welcome guides. But all right, let's walk through this whole thing. So you have the crate selection here, so you can select any individual crate, but we're just gonna do all tracks. The next thing would be match parameters. So this basically title, file name, bitrate, time, size, album, artist, BPM, comment, file type. So essentially all these parameters, I think there's 10 here, you can match them all, which is gonna get an exact dupe. Like, it's literally down to the bitrate, down to how long the song is, down to the file name. It is an exact dupe. But then you can also fine tune this. You can unselect any of this stuff and it'll only match for whatever you have selected. So you can more dial it in. Next here, you have your keep conditions. So this keeps the track with whatever you select. So you have oldest added, newest added, oldest modified, newest modified, least plays or most plays, super clutch, so it reads all that Serato metadata, lowest bitrate or highest bitrate, a lot of people are gonna love that, smallest or biggest file size, shortest or longest file name, file type, and file location, and you can do like a manual selection. So that's so cool. So there's so many different ways you can kind of like narrow this down to make sure, you know, you can literally have it just look for dupes in one little file location and that's it, or you can do a broad thing, a broad sweep like we're gonna do today. And then the last thing here is your results filter. So I'm gonna select here resolvable only, which means, you know, there's two of one. So we're gonna resolve one, we're gonna keep one, and we're gonna delete one sort of thing. And at the end, you just hit resolve, and then it's supposed to do it. So right now, we have newest modified. I'm gonna do most plays. I wanna keep the track with the most plays here. And it says it brought up 20 duplicates, right? So this is 20 exact duplicates, because keep in mind, like, we have everything selected here. So these songs are literally the exact same song. They might be located in a different location, but other than that, it's literally the exact same file that's on my hard drive. So this is an easy one. So we're gonna click resolve, and then it's gonna give you an option, right? You can archive duplicates, or you can move to trash. If you choose to archive duplicates, it's basically going to resolve everything, and then it's going to bring up a Finder here, right? And you can reveal it in Finder. And then the dupes removed here, you're going to have a folder. So it's like a backup folder. So you could basically take all the dupes you remove and put it in a folder, and still, you're not removing them off your computer. They're still there. So in case you run into a problem down the road for some reason, you know, you still have the files there. Or obviously you can move everything directly to your trash can, which I'm going to be doing moving forward. Okay. I don't need any, you know, I want it off my computer at the end of the day, especially if it's exact. So one note here too, it says 92 unanalyzed tracks. Again, this works directly with Serato. So for this, for me, if I bring up Serato, you can't use this while Serato's in the background, by the way, so it won't let you. But why it says 92 unanalyzed tracks is because I have a bunch of live recordings. Like I record every set in Serato, and I don't go back and analyze like the long sets. Like, you know, it goes into the recorded folder. I don't analyze those. So I have 92 live sets of me DJing that I haven't analyzed. And it just tells you that. So basically, you know, if you hit the question mark here, it'll tell you, you know, just analyze your tracks, because then it's missing metadata. It uses Serato's metadata. So if it's not analyzed, if my one live set's not analyzed, it doesn't know the key, it doesn't know the bit rate, so it can't properly match it with all the parameters. That's all that means. But another cool thing about this program is basically I can right click right up here, and you can actually add any parameter up here, just like Serato. It's like the same exact thing. So if we want to add, I don't know, comment, you can add comment, and then all the comments will show up right here. You know what I mean? Now let's go here and let's go to oldest added, right? Let's see if this, okay, we got more dupes. All right. Or do we want to do newest added, the newest one? Because these have 0 play count, right? So if you go through, you're going to find more dupes, even though these are exact dupes, by the way, even though we have everything selected and we already like resolved 20, that was only based on play count. Now, these are dupes that I haven't played before. You know what I mean? So these are all 0 play count. So newest added, that's another parameter. We're going to keep the track that's newer added. These are all still exact dupes. And then we're going to resolve all the dupes, and we're going to move them to the trash this time. Put them right in the trash. Okay, duplicates resolved, 22 issues, 312 megabytes of space. Nice. Dupes encountered issues with 22 files. Same file as a track you're keeping. So basically what this did is when it went to delete the dupes, it realized that a lot of these tracks, you know, they showed up in Serato, but they're actually orange, and they're not, you know, the tracks aren't actually there. So then instead of, you know, deleting the only version we had, it's just saying that it's not going to do anything because there really is only one exact version. The other version was just orange. So we're going to select OK. Thank you for getting my back. Okay. How about newest modified? Does this give us more? No, it just gives us this one. Okay. Highest bitrate. No duplicates. Okay. Largest file size. I don't know. No duplicates. Shortest file name. No duplicates. File type. MP3. AIF. WAV. Do I have any FLACs? Okay. All right. So it looks like we deleted all the exact matches. But now you can actually fine tune this, right? So a lot of us, you know, have a lot of duplicates, but it's not the exact same file. It's just like a file, you know, labeled a little differently. Like you can have one song, We Found Love regular, and then you can have We Found Love the radio edit, but it's literally the same edit. You know what I mean? Like that song doesn't have a, you know, it's not like there's like a long LP version of that song or whatever. I'm sure if there is, someone's going to be in the comments telling me, but anyway. So we have title, file name, bitrate, time. All right, so bitrate I always want selected 100%. Comment doesn't matter for me because I don't really use the comment system. So I'm going to unselect that for me personally. Size, let's not say size. Let's not say BPM. Let's not say album. And we're actually going to go most plays again, right? Because that's what I like. So we're already coming up with more. Wow. So 103 duplicates. File type, I don't care either because maybe it's a different thing. Time could be different. And actually, no, we don't want bitrate because like then it's only going to show songs that are matched with bitrate. And I want to delete songs that might have a lower bit rate, right? So let's just get rid of bit rate. So we just have artist, title, file name. And that brings up 147 dupes now. Wow. First things first, I feel like we should keep the ones with the higher bit rate. So I'm going to do that first. So highest bit rate here. This brings this. Wow, like look, let it roll. I have 3 right here. And this is actually the highest bit rate. I'm just going to go through. Is there anything like I played like significantly amount more? You know what I mean? Ooh, look at this one. So I actually played this version significantly amount more, or like a significant amount more. So I'm just going to just fix that real quick. So that should be good. So we're going to resolve this, move the trash, and bam. Okay. Now we just saved 600 megabytes again. Now we'll go to most plays. We have even more. Yeah, so we're gonna resolve all these. These are all the most played ones. That's another 135. Resolve these bad boys, move them to the trash. Keep track file missing, match group, right? Same thing. So we skipped it. So it's not gonna delete because these were ones that weren't there. Yeah, these are 2 songs I literally had sitting on the desktop that were still being read by Serato. So they looked at them as dupes, but then when they went to run it, they realized, oh, these songs aren't even on the desktop anymore, so it's not going to delete the original. So it literally gets your back. That's fire. I'm definitely a fan of that. Or we did, how about newest added? More, okay. Yeah, oh wow, 262 dupes under this. Yeah, so let's remove those now. So file missing, it's not going to screw us over here. We're going to just say okay, perfect. Sounds great. Let's just look at largest file size. Nothing, okay. File size, that was there. We don't need that. We're keeping that. That's fine. Longest file name, shortest file name. All right, we're actually really getting lean here. We did newest added. How about newest modified? Just that one. Okay, oldest modified. Yeah, just that one. Wow, so we really cleaned this up here. Another thing this program does with Serato that's amazing is, let's say you have a dupe of one song, right? You have 2 versions of Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. Now, the first version is in ABC crate. And then the second version that you have, the duplicate, is also in other crates, like different crates. So you basically have 2 of the same song, but they're different files, but they're exact duplicates, and they're located in different crates. And if you delete one of those duplicates, now wherever that duplicate was, like in your crates, because you use both songs essentially, now that's not going to be in that crate, and you're missing that from that crate, right? Big thing that happens, a big thing that messes DJs up. This is the first program I know of on Earth, okay? It might be the only thing that exists where it literally will cross-reference it. If it finds it in a crate, then it's going to take the file that you saved, the file that you didn't delete, and it's going to replace it in that crate. So wherever you have Three Little Birds by Bob Marley, it's going to have the one file you kept, and that's it. And it automatically does that. Like, all right, so let's get crazy. Let's unselect file name now, and let's truly get down. So all we have is title and artist, and that's it. Now what this is doing is it's basically, this is crazy. Look at all these duplicates I have. This is absolutely insane. All right, so it's saying I have 661 duplicates. And again, these might have different file names. They might have different bit rates. They might be different lengths, I guess. Now for this, I'm gonna add the length. Of course it is time, right? So we can see the difference in time here, because I think that's kind of interesting. So like, if you bring this over, Letter to My Mother by Edwin McCain, right? This didn't pop up in our first searches because this is 3 minutes and 29 seconds, and this is 3 minutes and 30 seconds exactly. It's a difference of 0.09 seconds. That's why it didn't originally show up, right? So when you fine tune this, you know, not by actual file name or whatever, you fine tune it to just title and artist, it's going to pick up even deeper dupes, right? Now these 2 songs, Denroy Morgan, I played one, didn't play the other. One's 6 minutes, one's 4 minutes. So obviously these are different versions of the song there. I don't know. Some of you might not want to like dig this deep as far as that. You know, some of you might want to keep both versions because you might have an LP, like a longer version, you might have a shorter version, you know, a radio edit, and that's it. For me, I want to clean up my act. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at most plays. Let's do most plays first, right? Because that's only going to select the most plays. We're going to delete the ones that don't have the least amount of plays, and then we'll fine tune it from there, okay? So that's 206 duplicates at most plays. So we're going to start with that. Move to trash. And this is in real time. This is actually working quite fast. Let's do highest bit rate. That'll be next. Resolve that. That's 182. My trash can is like overfilled. Literally overfilled. Now let's do newest added. Another 124. This is insane. Now let's switch it to largest file size. Again, these are all 0 plays because we already did the most played and stuff, right? This is another 169. This is crazy. So we're basically keeping the one has the largest file. All right, this is legit. All right, so let's do that. Again, I'm not scared about deleting the wrong one. Like, we already did it by play count and all that. Like the ones you played, you know, tons of times, they're not going anywhere. But I'm also not scared of deleting the one-off song that I played one time that happened to be living in a crate in case I need it, because again, this will replace it in that crate with whatever file you keep, you know? So like, it's really, this is like I won't call it perfect. Nothing's perfect, okay? But it's pretty fire. All right, and let's just do newest modified. Maybe it's mine as well. Let's do it. So those of you that are keeping track, I don't know how many we deleted, but it's definitely a couple thousand. Definitely a couple thousand. And these are exact matches. Absolutely crazy. Now let's get stupid with it. See what happens if artist is unselected. There's just song now being selected. Look, here's all my songs named Heaven. Everyone's by someone different. Is there 2 Beyoncés? No. 2 Brian? No. But this is crazy. I mean, generally speaking, if you look like Home, you know, it's always by a different artist. Like Stand By Me, by all different artists. We really got rid of all the dupes. We just have the one song by each artist. Now that we ran it, another really cool thing about this is every time you run a duplicate sweep, right? Every time you sweep it and you tell it to delete files, whether you archive it and keep it on your hard drive or whether you send it to your trash can right here. If we go to trash, it puts it in a little folder. That's how many runs we did, right? And it's labeled dupes removed tracks and then when we removed it, right? So this is basically what we did. How much did we actually move? Let's get the status. 168, 126, 181, 135, 252, 207, 102, 47, and 8. If someone can add that up and put it in the comments, I'll pin your comment. I'm like doing the math right now, but that's what we did. I wish it could just show us all at once. This is like a Mac thing. Somebody with a Windows computer is like, oh yeah, see, Mac sucks. But anyway, it organizes it into a folder for you and you have it there. You can see what you did. So like, I love that because let's say you regret hitting the button one time, okay? You fine tune it too much, you hit the button, and you're like, you know what? Shit, I shouldn't have did that. How can I undo it? Well, it's already in a folder. You could select the folder of what you did in that moment and then undo that specifically, rather than having all these song files just compiled in your trash can or compiled wherever you're archiving it. And now you have to dig through. There's no way of telling. You know, organizing it this way gives you a solid way of, you know, undoing a mistake as well. Like it's really, you have so much control with this program. It's not scary. You truly can gradually test this. You know, it's not something you have to go all in like we did today. Okay. I'm a believer in this program. I think it's really cool. When I first heard the concept, I thought it was cool. Using it, I love how much control you have. I'm a big fan of this. I'll link it below if you guys want to try it. And if you think I'm not about this, okay, you think I'm bullshitting, watch this. It's gone, people.